doing a show about witchcraft in a chapel is quite a big statement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's provocative. But it is a deconsecrated chapel and has been for many, many years. And I think, in a serious note, the persecution of witches was very much led by the institutions of the time. So to sort of put that on its head and for it not to be, not to have people with placards outside saying, don't do this is a travesty. People actually enjoying it, celebrating it and finding it fun is a nice place to be culturally. It's a really historic place that has become a bit of a mecca for art lovers in the capital, the Fitzrovia Chapel. Thematically, what we're thinking about is how we can take the different elements of that setting, the font, the altarpiece, and sort of invert those and tell a new story with them. The sense of playfulness, the fun, the recentering of focus on femininity, on different stories of queerness, and really putting that at the center of this place of kind of worship and sort of celebration where people come together. And I think that's kind of a really exciting prospect. This is a celebration of witchcraft, a look at years and years of persecution with a joyous and satirical bent. I guess people are embracing new senses of spirituality, and this is really a look at that and the power of, I guess, art.
So in that case then, James, why is it so relevant today in terms of mixing those sort of old weird traditions of so many years ago with kind of a rise of spiritualism today?
They're all founded in what we consider to be paganism. You look at celebrations like Christmas and Easter, they're based on folk historical festivals like Eostra, and people are finding that spirituality again. People are more interested in the cycle of the moon. That's one side of it, but also for me, when people find a work of art that really, really speaks to them on a very, very deep level, that is a sense of joy and solace and spirituality that you don't necessarily get from other areas of your life, other hobbies and experiences.
Well, tell us a little bit about what people will see then when they come to the exhibition. There's quite a few big names there, particularly one that stands out is Radiohead and a famous track of theirs by the man who directed the music video. Is that right? The
real star of the show is the female artists, and we have one non-binary artist showing as well, who I think really have responded incredibly well to this theme. But Chris Hopewell and Radiohead, that's a really interesting kind of different angle to this. We've worked with Tom and Stanley Donwood for a few years, and it was actually Stanley's suggestion that we got in touch with Chris about this. Their music video kind of satirizes, I guess, groupthink, the idea of persecution. So that felt like a really kind of interesting element to throw into this. And I think that line between pop music and art is kind of getting a little bit closer together. I think people are kind of taking art in music more seriously. So hopefully that will draw lots of people in and get them engaged with artists that they may not have heard of before.